We produce about 200 varieties of edible plants, herbs and vegetables, and so some of the vegetable starts that don't sell early on, we end up putting out. And case in point, you can see the nice straight rows. There's this one plant. Those were actually 4-inch pots.
Wow.
About a month ago.
You're kidding. Good
no,
soil.
I'm not kidding.
It's good soil. How do your tomatoes do?
Our tomatoes, well, last year I ran a fertilizer trial. We built a little high tunnel and actually had an article published comparing feather meal and fish meal as a nitrogen source. And feather meal won out. It was cheaper and more effective. We got 18 pounds of tomatoes per plant.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I guess that's okay. So here, these came back from Stanwood Hagen's after a month, and they were just about this color yellow. And I hit them with a lot of nitrogen and planted them in here. The hollyhocks will do well here. We just built this holding area, but you saw the delphinium up here, the delphinium cultorum. These are delphinium elatums, and about a little over 20 years ago, I wrote to Blackmore and Langdon in England and said, could you send me some of your named varieties of delphiniums? And they were $25 for a cutting. And they sent them to the city on the west coast that started with S. So after about 3 days of having them trucked up here from San Francisco, they were almost dead. And I nursed them back to health, and the following year I made crosses with Blackmore and Langdon.
Gosh, they're gorgeous.
Named varieties.
They are.
The distinction here is that they'll have 13 to 15 petals.
Wow. Beautiful.
And so we just tied them up yesterday. There's only one. When you try to breed for color, like I said, the Pacific Giants, they are bred for color. So you have to give up certain things to maintain that homogeneity per color. So when you breed something like what I was going for is a fairly light blue with a white bee, you'll get all these colors because of the genetic diversity within each parent. So we sell gallon pots of these, but you never know what it's going to turn out to be like. The Wisley trials in England, a delphinium has to be trialed for 3 years to make sure it maintains, it doesn't revert to something else. And they generally only allow 3 shoots to develop on a plant. Many of these have, 8 or 10 shoots developed. And where at Wisley they put them 3 feet apart, these are about a foot apart. Actually, there's 2 rows in each bed. But you can come through and look, take pictures.
Oh my gosh.
You're one of the very few people in Whatcom County that ever see this.
Well, we're honored then. Doubly honored. Does anybody want to, actually I want to take pictures of the color of these.
Oh, they're just gorgeous. Oh, look at this.
It looks almost luminous.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Oh.
Yeah.
Again, this is my own breeding work from 20 years. 20 years of breeding.
So this is taking the pollen.
Yeah, slopping pollen, and I just take the anthers off, take the middle off, and go to another plant. All of these, there's only one plant in this whole group that this is.
That's a solid.
This is the color I was shooting for.
Oh my
If you
God.
pair this with sour grapes, penstemon, this is a color echo. It's exact same
God.
Gorgeous.
color
That's
combination.
fantastic.
Just
But this is
gorgeous.
what I was shooting for, and this is what I got.
Well, you
Ah.
did good.
So
Wow.
there's a lot of
Oh,
Mendel
wow.
would have loved you.
hmm?
Well, you
Mendel.
did the yellow pea and the green
Yeah,
pea thing
yeah.
and all that.
So we can go in the school greenhouse here. I built this for my wife because we got tired of having grown beautiful tomatoes and then have them get rained on last minute and then
Spoiling the fruit.
lose them.
The size of those
So I built
cabbages.
this.
Go and take. Oh, it's okay. I
No,
want
they're
to stand in the doorway.
all different varieties. They're actually. Last year we did Super Fantastic just as one variety as part of that trial, and this year we're doing many different varieties, but they've all won. They all have the distinction of having won taste trial tests. But the genetic characteristic that gives good tasting tomatoes is that they have a pink shoulder. Any tomato that doesn't ripen red all the way through from bottom to top is a better tasting tomato.
Really?
Yeah. But we have Dester. We have between Dester and Brandywine, the pink strain, the Sudeth strain. Those two are the best tasting tomatoes in the world. That and possibly Caspian pink from Russia.
What'd you say was the best tasting tomato? In the
Dester or the pink Brandywine, the Sudeth strain.
Dester, D-E-S-T-E-R.
D-E-S-T-E-R.
Dester.
Dester. So we planted this
I love tomatoes.
in November to peas. We were eating peas
they all
in
tasted like
early
cardboard
April.
anymore.
They
We
do.
put the onions here. We planted in October, I think. This is an exhibition type of onion. Alicia Craig is the name. It's very perfectly round. You could roll it down an alley, a bowling alley. It's just so perfectly round and brown.
So did you plant the seeds or the starts?
We started with the seeds last year, and we sell 4-inch pots. And what pots we didn't sell, we put in the garden. And because there's 10 or 12 or 15 seedlings in a 4-inch pot, we didn't break them apart. But they made perfect pearl onions for Thanksgiving. Put in mushroom soup.
Oh, yeah.
And did you keep the frost off of these during the winter, or just?
Well, we didn't really have frost, and they were in here, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. The ones outside are doing just as well. These have been stompled on. Look in here to water, and the hose gets everywhere.
Yep.
People get in here to weed.
Yeah.
But we produce a fertilizer and a potting soil. The potting soil is made out of coconut fiber. It's been certified organic. 14 years. These
a lot
are
of slaw.
some cabbages that we used a fair amount of fertilizer on. One application. This is February 23rd sowing, so these will be harvested on June 23rd. It's a 120-day crop.
You won't be able to carry it.
We've cut a few and they're not full, so I think in the last 2 weeks they probably put on about a third of their weight.
Me too.
They fill out pretty well.
That's when you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so again,
Oh,
beans
because the
that
size of that
produce
thing.
successive crops of, we can't sell them. We try to rather than close them and everything, we just plant them in the garden, make use of what we've got. Those are fava beans, yeah. Those were planted from 4-inch pots that we cut back last October. It's a good cover crop in the garden. It fixes nitrogen and it's hardy, lives through the winter.
What's this?
This is a Biddens we planted yesterday, and it's Gold Rush or something. It'll cover that whole area. It's an
it's just
orange.
like a ground cover?
Well, it's not really a ground cover, but that's how we're going to use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we just made this yesterday out of some scrap lumber and planted it. The Dimorthecas, little daisy, really likes hot sun. All this stuff likes hot sun. This is an oxalis that in the sun it opens up a little pink flowers, and if you deadhead it, they just pull out. You just hang on to that. They just pull right out, and then you get another flush of blooms on it. But they only open up in bright sun. Most oxalis are shade plants, and these are a sun-loving variety.
Pretty though. Very
This
pretty.
area bakes from 1 o'clock on.
Okay.
And actually, this is a really great day for photos because it's not glaring sun.
I'm not used to that term, glaring sun.
Glaring sun.
Not here anyway.
What's that?
Not in Central Valley.
So this area, we're doing a trial on peppers, Hungarian yellow wax, or actually these are Piment Fort, but there's probably 10 varieties of peppers in there. Again, there we have about 10 varieties of tomatoes, and this will all get covered once, probably around August. Keep the rain off of them and finish them. We haven't decided how we're going to stake them yet, but they stay more compact in the direct sunlight. And
Well, last year we didn't have any rain.
well, that's true, and that's part of the reason that we got such good yields on tomatoes last year. Is they were
Well, that's
under,
Oregon Spring.
that could be Oregon
Yeah,
Spring.
that's what it says.
Is that what it says? Yeah. We did 6 plants of each variety. Just a variety trial.
What kind of squash are those you have back there?
Those are all zucchini. We're doing zucchini in the bed next to the neighbors there. You could go in the plant house there.